I don't feel bad about the loss. I feel bad about Fred Warner being injured. That's the main thing. Because I'm like,
totally
okay, we lost to the Bucks. Like, they're a good team. But we lost Fred Warner. It's like, that's just sad.
It is. It's very sad. Is that your cold open?
Well, I just ate some trash.
For the win! Bogdanovich! The open shot. Look, it's the floating point! Are you? Goes for Bonga. Murray miracle! To the playoffs!
Hello and welcome back to the Eastman Sport Report, your father-son coach-player podcast about the Sacramento Kings and the San Francisco 49ers. I am your host, Maxwell Eastman, joined once again by my co-host, Steven Eastman.
Hello, Max. How you doing there today?
My head feels a little light, I guess you could say, but I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You just had a snack, so you're working through it there.
Yes.
Do we give a shout out to your soccer team?
We will give a shout out to our soccer team. I'll say 90% sure we are now first in our league.
Yes. According to Max Preps, you are now 800 winning percentage, which the team you just beat today is at 776 or something like that. So that would put you in first place. So good job to your soccer team to getting up there. You won 4-3 today after being up 4-1 at halftime. So
last year we were disrespected and taken out of the playoffs, even though we had a better team than the team. We beat the team who was put in playoffs ahead of us both times, and they had a losing record.
Yeah. No, I mean, you had about the same record as them last year, but you just beat them.
Yes.
So, anyway, good job on your team and your soccer team. So that's fun and exciting.
Underrate us now is what I'm saying.
Yes. So when you're first in league, let's see where they put you. And we got another week and a half before we see how those.
We got two more games. They're against easier teams, but
okay,
we won the most important one.
Yes.
But the next two are also important. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, back to Niners and Kings. So this episode is all Niners.
Yes, and because we're going to have like an hour-long or something episode for NBA season predictions, Kings season predictions, and all that fun stuff that's going to happen. So
let's get into the Niners.
Let's get into the Niners. And
the big story coming out of this game is Fred Warner. His injury.
I think I said this when Nick Bosa got injured. It's like I don't feel as bad as I could feel about Nick Bosa being injured because we have Fred Warner, and now Fred Warner's gone 2 weeks later.
I know. Like there's so much I could say about this, and we'll get into the game a little bit, but if you just kind of look forward, you're like I've been saying, I'm 99% sure the Niners are going to do a trade for a defensive lineman. Well, do you do that now? Like, you almost need the team to prove that they're good enough to give up a future draft pick to get a defensive lineman. Like, can Tata Bethune and the rest of the defense play good?
D. Winters has been showing up, but he's been showing up in addition with Fred Warner. So
yeah, and Fred Warner, I mean, according even to PFF, like, we're not making this up. PFF has him as number one linebacker.
Yes.
He's like one of the best players in the whole entire league.
I agree.
Like, he probably was getting close to probably in the they usually give it to defensive lineman. But like in the conversation, he had to be in the conversation for defensive player of the year.
Yes.
And you're like, he's that good. He's that big of a difference maker.
Hasn't he only missed like one full game?
Yeah, I think he played like 133 out of 134 games for his career, which is like 8 seasons, including playoffs. So, like, he's been an Ironman. He's been playing. Last year he played through, was it a hurt ankle or something?
Fractured ankle?
Yeah, so this year it was dislocated and fractured. And, like, he's out for at least 3 months. And so that's pretty much the whole season. Like, they don't expect him coming back. Like, people are like, well, 3 months, that could be playoffs. And, like, I doubt it. It'd be amazing if he came back to the playoffs.
If we make playoffs,
you know,
playoffs is a different conversation now.
Yeah, but like if you look at the way the team played with him out there, without him, if we go back to the some of the big plays in the game that would let the Bucks give up, there was a 3rd and long where Baker Mayfield almost had a sack.
3rd and 14, yes.
3rd and 14, he gets up to about close to midfield. I don't think with Fred Warner there, he gets a first down.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Then 2 plays later, who was it?
It's in your notes somewhere.
It's in my notes somewhere here. The Bucks go down and get a touchdown, a 45-yard touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield to Johnson, T. Johnson. I forget what his name is. Anyway, 45, and he basically was untouched. Like, basically, the defense was not lined up correctly. Even Kyle Shanahan said, yeah, Fred Warner would have probably got us lined up correctly. You're like, so, like, Fred Warner was, the absence of Fred Warner was huge.
Yes.
From a defensive perspective. For the Niners to go forward, we'll get into some other Fred Warner stuff, but if going forward, this is where the Niners offense, you got to score more than 19 points. You almost might need to score 30, because without Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, you might be giving up 20-something points a game, and you got to go score 30. You need George Kittle back. You need Pearsall back.
Yes.
You need Juan Jennings to somehow get his 5 ribs that he has broken healed and other ailments. Like, you need, well, Brandon Ayuk's not going to come back to the end of the season, but let's go Ricky Pearsall, Brock Purdy, because Brock Purdy is way more mobile. He would. This was the game where you see, oh, Mac Jones is good when he has time. He didn't have time to this game.
Yes.
The offensive line is not doing a good job, and I don't know if it's the tackles, the guards. I think it's more the guards. The pressure's coming right up the middle. Like,
And I think the one rush that Mac Jones had where he dived for the ball in the first quarter to extend a little, he hurt his knee again, which he never ran after that.
Yeah, didn't do
or
much.
ran once after that, and
he
you
was
could tell he was
such
hurt.
a stiff quarterback. Let's put it back there. So, like, I hope Brock Purdy's toe is good. Now we'll find out probably tomorrow, Wednesday. Again, we always record. We try to record these on Tuesday, so and then post them on Wednesday. So we'll find out tomorrow. Will Brock Purdy be playing? I hope so, but I kind of want him healthy. This is why Brock Purdy is a better quarterback than Mac Jones. And you need George Kittle back. George Kittle's expected to practice this week. Okay.
I think the prime example of why Brock Purdy is a better quarterback than Mac Jones was the Jags game, because he had still clearly was hurt from turf toe and was throwing every pass high, because that's what you do when you.
But he was still running around.
He was still running around. He was still throwing good passes in general. And we were one possession away from going down and tying, or maybe even winning that game.
Yeah. The turning point in this game, if I look back on it, was the third quarter, which is crazy. If you look at the whole third quarter, and I'm looking at the rundown here, basically there was only 2 possessions the whole third quarter.
Yep.
Niners had the ball for 7.5, so that's half the quarter. Then the Bucks go down and basically get about a 4.5 minutes. So the Niners get the ball back, but they ended the drive in the fourth. So the way the stats listed is it lists as a fourth quarter possession. Basically had 2 possessions.
Yes.
The Niners were 16-20 at halftime, which was also really bad that the Niners defense gave up that field goal in 42 seconds. Before they have the Niners go down and make it a field goal, make it 16-20. And then, the Niners got that field goal in 42 seconds. But the Bucks had 5 plays, 72 yards right before the half. And it was supposed to be 13-14 going into half. The Bucks go for 5 plays, 72 yards, touchdown. Niners do come back and get a field goal out of 6 plays, 42 yards, and then halftime. But okay, so let's say 16-20. So even with that,
yes,
Niners go down. They had a 4th and goal at the 1. Pooney had a false start. Remember that?
Yes.
And then it turned into, it's a false start. Now it's 4th and 6, and they went for the field goal. Okay, that only makes it 19-20. Technically, it's the last time we scored. Should have been a touchdown. Should have put you in the lead 23-20.
Yes.
Okay, then the next possession, you get back to what I talked about earlier, where Baker Mayfield goes 3rd and 14 and scrambles. 2 plays later, wide open touchdown because the defense messes up. Those are the 2 turning points. The whole third quarter was the turning point of the game, because then they were up 19-27, and we never scored.
Yep.
We had a punt. We had an interception. We turned it over in downs. That was our 3 possessions in the fourth. So the third quarter was the turning point. Offense couldn't score when they had 4th and goal or 3rd and goal at the 1, and then defense gives it up.
Yeah.
So, Niners still had a chance.
I think there was some point where both of you and me were in the fourth quarter, just put Adrian Martinez in. I can tell that Mac Jones is hurt, not playing at 100%. Can we just go? And he's not playing well. So just go try him.
Because he was getting sacked. He just was a standing target back there. If you look at the pressures, it's somewhere over here. Our offensive line, Pooney, he must be injured because he played way better last year. I think he's playing through something. He gave up 6 pressures. all-world Trent Williams gave up 4
Yeah.
and a sack. And you're like, Trent Williams is not playing like Trent Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Connor Colby, our rookie who's playing for Ben Barch, which I like, he's a big body, but he gave up 3 pressures. Brendel, our center, gave 1. Colton McKivitz, the guy we gave a new card, he's only got 1. So good job, he only gave up 1 pressure. But yeah, our offensive line is not playing very good.
Mm-hmm.
Pooney was bulldozed twice by Vita Vea.
Mm-hmm. Vita Vea.
No, Vita Vea is really good. I
Yeah.
give him
Yes,
that.
I agree.
But when you get bulldozed,
Twice.
come on. You're like, that's where I think Pooney, he played way better last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's playing through something, and we'll probably find that after the season, what he's playing through.
Mm-hmm.
Connor Colby actually, they said he was playing through something when he came out. So our offensive line is not healthy. Mac Jones is not healthy. He's a standing target back there.
Is Brock Purdy healthy?
We need him to be, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Ricky Pearsall is probably going to be healthy.
Yeah.
George Kittle is probably going to be healthy.
You mentioned this during the game. Luke Farrell, who we signed for a decent-sized contract, he only played 27 plays. Jake Tongas played 55. Now, Jake Tongas, as your third-string tight end,
According to ESPN,
he had
I'm looking
6
at
catches.
I'm looking at the depth chart right now. According to
Yes.
ESPN, Jake Tongas is now the starting tight end over Luke Farrell.
Okay,
so I
well-
don't know if there's a depth chart change
well,
throughout
he
the
started
season.
the season as the third,
Mhm.
but with George Kittle out, Tongas has moved up to number 1, and Luke Farrell stayed in 2.
Mhm.
Which, yeah, he had six catches. Side note, fantasy note, I think, was it Michael, our son-in-law, your
Brother-in-law.
Did
Yeah.
he? I think he picked up Jake Tongas in fantasy and started him, which is not a bad idea. Until George Kittle comes back, you probably fantasy advice.
yep.
Pick up Jake Tongas,
Mhm.
but Kittle should be back this week, so too little, too late. Sorry. I have other notes, but I kind of went through the highlights. Is there other stuff that you want to pull out of the game?
I don't feel for us losing this game because the Bucs are a good team. If we go all the way back to my predictions, I said that we would lose this game back at the very start of this. No, I said that we win. I said in the worst our floor, we'd lose this game, which I kind of at our floor, but that's not the point here.
Yeah.
I'd say we lose this game. Going and when I did the picks last week for our primetime picks, I was like, I don't know if the Bucs. I'm pretty sure the Bucs are gonna win, but I want to pick the Niners because I trust in the Niners, and I'm fine with us losing to the Bucs. I think the Bucs are a really good team. I'm like, okay, we lost. If we lost to the Bucs and everyone was healthy, I'd be fine with it. My main problem is that Fred Warner's injured. I think I said that for the cold open as well.
And we're approaching the hard part of our schedule, like right here in the middle. So we just played the Jaguars, who we lost to, which are a good team. We beat the Rams, which both of us did not expect that to happen. So good job.
Yep.
We lost to the Bucs. Hey, they're the team with the best record in the NFC.
And now we have
the Atlanta Falcons.
The Falcons who just beat the Buffalo Bills.
I know. So they're playing pretty good. You got the Texans who are starting to play pretty good.
Yes. And you have the Giants who beat the Eagles and the Commanders who. Is that a hard game? I hope not.
I don't know. Like, we got like 3 more weeks till we get there, but how good is Jackson Dart and
Cam Scadaboo?
So you're like, okay, we'll find out in a couple weeks. Then you play the Rams again, who again are tough.
And then you play your division rivals, the Cardinals again. And then you play the Panthers, Browns, and then you have a bye week. So we got a little bit of a gauntlet to go through here.
And then you play the Titans, and then you end up, so you have like 3 easy games and a bye week in there. But the next 5 are kind of tough. And so you're like, you kind of like, so we're 4-2. Do we need to go 3-2, which would put us at 7-4 to make the playoffs? Probably.
I don't know.
Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking for our next 5. But that's where you're like, okay, again, my season prediction was 11-6. So if you get to 7-4, that's probably actually a little bit ahead of schedule, but I think that's what you need to do is you need to get to 3-2. You need to get to 7-4, so that you're kind of looking decent to make the playoffs. Like I even without Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, we should be going for the playoffs.
Yes.
Now I mentioned earlier was, okay, should the Niners do a trade now? I kind of think let's say
it's a lot harder to find Fred Warner replacement, in my opinion, than it is to find a Nick Bosa replacement.
Yeah. So if the Niners by the trade deadline is after the Giants game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you beat the Falcons, Texans, Giants, and you're now 7-2,
Mm-hmm.
then I would say yes, let's go after a trade.
Yes.
Right now, I'm gonna let's wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
If you go 1-2 over your next 3, then I don't think they're gonna do a trade. 2-1, maybe. But I really think they have to find a way to go somewhere 2-1 to 3-0 if they're going to do a trade after the Giants game or even right before the Giants game. Like, you have to show that the defense, or either the defense can hold up without Bosa and Warner, or the offense takes off finally. Like, the offense is, even though, where's my stat on that? The Niners currently lead the league in passing yards at 291 yards a contest.
How are we doing that?
But we were third to the last in
Rushing yards. We finally got a rushing touchdown.
Yes.
In a game that we lost. So
like, our offense, you can't score 19 points and expect to win with this defense.
yes,
You have a very young defense now.
I trust in Robert Saleh. I trust that he's going to be able to coach up these players, but you're going to have to score more than 19 points.
Yeah.
You have to give your defense a little bit of a cushion because we know that they're going to make mistakes and and other teams are going to score points on us.
Yeah. One more thing about the Fred Warner injury.
One thing.
One more thing.
Mhm.
Max is one thing.
Stevens one thing.
Stevens one thing. Going through my notes. On the play that Fred Warner got injured, we only had 10 players on defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's believed to be Travis Gibson, who was on kick coverage in the previous play, did not realize he was supposed to be out there for a first down. So, I'm not blaming it on him, but the fact that you have 10 defenders instead of 11, and then Fred Warner's probably trying to make up for it, that's not good. Other notes that I have from the game. If you haven't seen on Twitter or pictures during the game, and maybe we can put this somewhere on the notes or something like that.
Or just put it up right now.
Okay. There's a picture of the whole team, literally the whole team.
This sideline is quite literally empty.
Empty, like not even trainers, nobody. Everybody's on the field around the cart when they brought it out for Fred Warner. So this is during timeout, so we
Because
can
it's
see on TV.
Fred Warner.
Yeah, because it's Fred Warner. So that, in some ways, that just shows how important he is to the team. That literally the whole team, and I think most of the team knew. We didn't know at the time that it was just, it's just a dislocated ankle. Maybe he comes back. No, it was a broken, dislocated, and you're hearing things where like people knew.
And it's the other way.
Yeah. So he was not coming back. Other notes I have here: Niners phased by efficiency, so kind of efficiency rankings, which are kind of one of my favorites. Offense had a negative 0.5 efficiency for the game. Defense had a negative 16 for the game. Not good. Yeah, not very good. Special teams plus 6.7.
Special teams didn't do anything terrible, which I think
so
is
that
good.
leads to my player of the game.
And and what we do is we
thank the Lord for
our player of the game, which is
Eddie Pinheiro.
Amen.
Eddie Pinheiro is now, I think it's 11 for 11 or 12 for 12.
I thought it was 15 for 15 or 14 for 14.
Anyway, he's perfect except for like the first missed extra
point,
but from a field goal perspective, he's perfect since he's been a Niner. He is now up to second place all-time NFL history. He's up to 89.4, only behind Cameron Dicker, who has 94.6. So he'd have to go perfect for a little time to catch up to him. He is ahead of.
He's on pace for.
I mean, you never miss. You're going to get up there, right?
Exactly.
He's ahead of Justin Tucker, Harrison Bucker, and Chris Boswell. He just passed Tucker, who was 89.1. Now Pinheiro's again 89.4. Harrison Bucker is 88.1. So that's our Thank the Lord player of the game is Eddie Pinheiro. It was hard to come up with a player of the game for this one, but we'll celebrate Eddie Pinheiro. Short shout out to Jake Moody, who got a game winner.
Hey, what was your prediction at the beginning of the season for Jake Moody?
Well, if you combine Jake Moody and Eddie Pinheiro, I already have 3 game winners.
Okay, so your prediction was
Jake Moody would get 3 game winners on the season.
Is it for the Bears?
He's already got 1. Eddie Pinheiro has 2. So maybe Eddie Pinero, or Dinero, I keep wanting to say. Anyway, either way.
You could say the nickname.
Yeah, I could say the nickname. But either way, like I'm trending good on that prediction.
Yes.
It's just maybe the wrong player.
Mhm.
Or Jake Moody on the wrong team.
Exactly.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll track that all season and see how the little fun prediction I made
Yes.
on that. So, injury news as we look forward to the next week. Of course, we mentioned Kittle's supposed to be coming back. Jordan Watkins is actually supposed to come back from practice. He's been out 2 weeks, so I don't expect him to play much. I think he needs to practice for a couple weeks. He's a rookie.
Yep.
Purdy and Pearsall are undetermined at this time. It's a possibility. Ayuk, there is no exact return date. Maybe after week 10. I could get into some safety rotations and why is Jason Pinnock not playing. He did not play any defensive snaps, which I don't agree with, but I'll save you my safety analysis for maybe another week.
Yes.
Malik Mustafa is back, and Shanahan did say he will be a starter going forward. And then basically Siegel, Pinnock, and Jair Brown are in competition for the second safety.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes. I'm very curious to see how that goes. Because, like, the player, they mentioned the long touchdown pass.
Yes.
If Pinnock was out there, he's a veteran. I think he would have been in the right spot.
Okay.
That's my opinion. That's my quick safety things. Okay. I think that's the empty of my notebook for the Niners. Are we ready for
Which one is it? I'm just trying to make
yours?
sure. Okay. It's time for, let me turn this up a little. Okay, so I think you can tell by the pace that we're going with this is that we're trying to speed this up a little bit because we're going to have like an hour-long thing right after another episode that you can watch right now because they're probably going to be uploaded at the same time. But, so...
Max's top 10.
I watch a lot of power rankings videos on like YouTube or in other places and like seeing how they jumble them around. And a lot of them are like, man, I got nothing. And then me doing this week is like, man, I got nothing. What the heck is going on? None of this makes sense.
I think the Indianapolis Colts should be the number one. That's my... I don't know.
If you wanted to do your own top 10, you can do your own top 10.
I
That's
know.
not the point here.
We do that. We might be saving my top 10 for the NBA when we get to the NBA season. But I'm just looking at things right now, and you're like, okay, well, there's two teams that are 5-1. And then who's good after that?
Yeah.
You're like, well, you think. Anyway, so it's a jumbled mess. Even the Niners, you're like, well, their record's good, but they lost Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. Like, is it... Anyway, I'm very curious to see how Max jumbles up this top 10 because in some ways, in 4 weeks, this week's top 10 could mean nothing, but it's fun for the week to look at this jumbled
For
mess.
recap, in week 1, who did I have for week 1? Or week 2, technically. Week 2, I had the Eagles at 1 and the Ravens at 4.
Yeah, I don't think the Ravens are in your top 10.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
At number 10, I have the 49ers.
Okay,
Am
we
I a
made
little
the top
bit
10.
Am I a little bit of a homer and could have put like the Steelers or the Seahawks or the Chargers here? Yes. But I have a Niners podcast, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It's Max's top 10.
It's my top 10. It's not your top 10. Write your own top 10 if you're angry at me. Write it in
Okay.
the comments. We need engagement.
Yes.
Do
we
it now. Anyway,
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating if you're on Spotify.
Okay.
Moving on. Number 9. I'm trying to go through this quickly. If like I said before, we're trying to go through this a little quickly. Anyway, number 9. I got the Green Bay Packers because they're 3-1-1 and they just came off of a bye week, and I would put them a little bit higher based on their record, but they barely beat the Bengals, who are one of the worst teams in the league. But they don't have Jake Browning anymore, and Joe Flacco's he's a average quarterback. I guess Jake Browning was bad. Joe Flacco is an average quarterback, so I think the Bengals are better than they were. Still not good, but the Packers are at 9 because they have a good record, but like you don't have the most impressive wins except for the first 2 weeks. Anyway,
Okay.
number 8, I got the Kansas City Chiefs because they're 3-3 and they just beat one of the best teams in the league, the Detroit Lions.
I think they're one of the best teams in the league.
Again, I got nothing. I couldn't tell you what's going to happen next week. Especially if you go back to the primetime picks.
I think these. Well, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. the power rankings. I could do just as good as pulling names out of a hat. Keep going.
Anyway, moving on. Number 7. I don't know. I think they're good. I got the Denver Broncos. Do I have anything to say for the Denver Broncos? I just don't think they're bad. I think they're second in their division, but I have more faith in the Broncos as a team than I have with the Chargers because the Broncos have been more consistent in that they're sort of good and that the Chargers looked really good and now they're sort of good as well, but I have more faith in the Broncos and Bo Nix than I have Justin Herbert.
I mean, they have won their last 3 games.
They also have...
But they barely beat the Jets. And the Jets had negative passing yards, and you just beat them in a last-second field goal. So, again, are they good? Anyway, keep going.
I have no idea. Wait a second. I just realized I forgot to put the Jags on this list.
Okay.
Oops. Anyway, number 6. I have the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean,
they got to be somewhere on the list.
They're really good.
I
but
think
then,
they got to be in the top 10.
I think they got to be. I think they have to be in the top 10.
Well, their wide receivers are not very happy.
And I'm not very happy because I have Devontae Smith on my fantasy team in 2 of them.
But they've lost 2 in a row. And they lost to the Giants, who we thought were a bad team.
Are they a good team? I hope they're not a good team because the Niners have to play them soon.
I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Number 5. I got the Buffalo Bills. What happened?
Jaguars, I think, should be in this mix somewhere in here. But anyway.
That's the point. I said I forgot them when I was writing this.
Sorry. Anyway, number 5 is...
they can be tied with the Broncos.
Okay, they'll be tied with the Broncos.
7 is both the Jags and Broncos for those keeping track at home. I've lost all sanity at this point.
Again, this doesn't make sense. Top 10.
Okay, number 5. I got like I said, Buffalo Bills. I thought their last loss against the Patriots was a fluke, and I sort of think the Falcons loss is a fluke as well. This is going to be a game that we look back to the end of the year. I feel like I say this for a lot of teams ago. How the heck did the Bills lose to this team?
I mean, they're playing the Panthers next. You would think they would go blow that team out, but
they better go below that team out.
But the Panthers are 3-3.
The same record as the Chiefs, who are also in the top 10.
And the Panthers are 3-0 at home, and it's in Carolina.
I have no idea what's going on.
Okay, keep going.
Number 4.
This is so much fun.
This makes Number 4. I got the LA Rams. Yeah, because they're a good team. They've just lost against other good teams like the Niners, like the I'm blanking on the one other team that they've lost to, and the Eagles. Are they 4-2 as well?
They just beat the Ravens handily 17-3.
Which the Ravens are 1-5.
They lost to the Eagles and the Niners. So they lost to.
The Rams are good. I'll say that.
And they should have beat the Eagles if they wouldn't have had a field goal block.
Yes.
And the Niners we know was an overtime close game. So the Rams, I agree, should be in your top 5.
Okay.
They're in your top 4. Okay, go ahead.
Number 3. I'm questioning every single ranking on this except for the top 2 at this point.
Okay.
I got the Detroit Lions because they did.
Somebody's got to be 3
because they did get handled against the Chiefs. Was it both by the Chiefs and the refs? Yes, but I also think that even if the refs weren't involved, it would have been a closer game. But the Chiefs definitely won that game. Outside of the first possession by the Lions, which should have been a touchdown, but we're not going to get into that right now.
But they've had some very solid wins.
They've had very solid wins.
Yeah.
They are a good, consistent team. I just think they had a bad game. I still trust in the Lions. And that's why they're at number 3. Anyway.
Okay. Top 2. Who's 2 and who's 1? I know the 2 teams that are left because they're the only 5-1 teams.
Hold on. Let me just double check something.
There's 2 5-1 teams if you're tracking at home.
I'm just
Who's Max putting 1 versus 2 here?
Beginning of the season, before any games are played, you want to know who I put in the bottom 5 rankings?
Who? The Colts?
The Colts. And now they're 5-1. And I am eating my words because the Indianapolis Colts are number 2.
Okay.
I don't know if I can deny it anymore. I think they're just good.
They are.
I think they're just good. I think Daniel Jones is just a good quarterback at this point.
They're just. I do think he's very much helped by their running back Jonathan Taylor.
Yes, Jonathan Taylor's having all.
And their offensive line's looking really healthy, look good.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, at this point you got to.
Yeah.
But they're playing really good.
I was doubting them for a really long time. I was like, I'm not falling for that. And at this point, I'm like, I gotta put respect on their name.
Yeah,
like how you have to put respect on my school's name, which I'm not gonna say because I don't want to dox my school, which you probably have in the past. I have to go look through those.
I don't think we have.
You've definitely said the players on my team full names, and they're all minors.
Anyway,
That's
whatever.
not the point here. Anyway, number one.
We shout out to the players because I know we know some of your players, your friends, fellow players watch this podcast.
Yes.
So we appreciate everyone listening. Anyway,
Number one, the best team in the NFL
as of right now,
as of the start of week 7
mm-hmm.
is with the MVP lead candidate, in my opinion, at this point, Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But
You look at that third and 14 play again.
yes.
That we talked about earlier as
Mm-hmm.
the game changer play.
What other quarterback makes that besides like Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
But I mean, that was
That was
an amazing play.
That was Baker Mayfield. That was no one
Yes.
else. That was just Baker Mayfield.
and he was throwing dimes.
He
out
was
there.
throwing dimes.
Yes,
He was.
I
They're
mean,
good, and he doesn't have Mike Evans. He doesn't have Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
Godwin.
I know.
He's
and Emeka Ibuka
yes.
was lost, so he's down to like his fourth, fifth, sixth wide
Mm-hmm.
receivers.
He's
And they're still beating good teams. Like the Niners are a good team,
yeah, but it's like, and they're the number one seed in the NFC right now.
and their defense got over. They
yes,
they create a
their
lot
defense
of
is
pressures.
really good.
Yeah, their defense created a lot of pressure on Mac Jones. So
Yes.
I mean, we just watched them.
Mm-hmm.
For right now, I agree.
Okay. Recap. I have the Niners at 10, Packers at 9, Chiefs at 8, both the Jags and Broncos at 7, because I forgot about the Jags.
It totally works.
Eagles at 6, Bills at 5, Rams at 4, Lions at 3, Colts at 2, and Buccaneers at 1. Okay.
Okay, ready for our last segment.
final segment for the football section of this recording session.
Uh-huh.
We have our Primetime Picks, where we pick at the primetime games of your NFL schedule, and also the Niners, which is also primetime game this week. So
It is. And we commit to doing a better job at these primetime picks than last week.
especially this guy right here.
Max went a big, huge goose egg out of 5 games last week. He was 0 for 5.
I'm swinging for the fences and missing every time.
He is overall on the season in primetime picks below 500 at 13 and 15.
Wait, what was I before this? 13 and 10?
You were 13 and 8. No, you're 13-10. You're right, 13-10. Sorry.
You're the engineer here. You should be able
yeah.
to do math.
I added up earlier. So yeah, you were 13 and 10. I'm 15 and 13, so I'm up by 2. I got one game right, which was the Bucks beating the Niners. Unfortunately, I got that one right. I think we need to pick some different games because
Yes.
we had 4 games we both picked the same.
Yes.
And we got all 4 of those wrong.
Uh-huh.
So
I think this week is a much more interesting week instead of like who we thought were going to be blowouts with the Eagles and the Lions were going to blow out the Chiefs. And we thought the Bills were going to blow out the
we were
Falcons.
thinking those were not going to be close games.
Uh-huh.
And then they all lost. So, okay. We admit we had a horrible week, which is probably why the top 10 is a jumbled mess and the rest of the league. And hey, it's any given Sunday. And you're in October, and any given Sunday is not more true than in October because teams are in there, they're ready to go, and you have kind of no idea who's going to show up in October. By November, December, you probably figure out who the good teams are,
Yes.
and you know who the bad teams are. In October, you think you do, but not always.
I got nothing.
Okay, so our first primetime pick of the week is our Thursday night game, Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Who do you have?
I got the Steelers.
I got the Bengals.
Oh,
Because I'm picking the division game upset.
Okay.
Because Joe Flacco isn't a terrible quarterback.
He's not terrible.
Which Jake Browning was his first few games. Because I still sort of believe in Jake Browning, but I also think his offensive line is killing him.
But I also feel like I only like Jake Browning is because he was from Folsom High School. Other than that, I'd probably be ripping the guy. So,
Are we homer? Are we homers?
I'm a homer in
Yes.
that case, Jake. I'm trying to be a local kid. I would love you to be doing better than what you have been. You probably would love to too.
Yes.
And all of your listeners and fans in Sacramento here area.
Uh-huh.
But unfortunately, you're not.
I'm also picking the Bengals because I feel like I need to pick some upsets, and the Bengals is definitely an upset.
On a Thursday night game, weird things happen.
The Giants beat the Eagles. What the heck is going on?
Cam Scattaboo.
Jake Jackson Dart. I almost said Jake Browning.
Yeah, he's a character, Scadaboo.
I sent you like a video of like a compilation of him, and he's like what the heck
Former
is
Sac State player.
yeah, good for him, but like what the heck is going on in your head? There's another video I saw of him from Arizona State, and he's just like, it's pregame, and he's just bashing his head against a brick wall, like literally bashing his head against a brick wall. I'm like, bro, what the heck? Are you trying to give yourself CTE, or does he already have it?
We just had to talk about Scam Scadaboo because he's so fun. Okay, picks for Steelers. I do have no faith in the Steelers. No faith in the Bengals right now. I have a little bit of faith in Aaron Rodgers and Steelers because are they 4-2? I think they're 4-2. So you're like,
I'm also I'm picking the Bengals because I feel like I need to try something after going 0-5. Just need to swing for something. Swing at something.
Sunday night game. The Niners are on Sunday night, back home after 2 weeks on the road.
Yes.
Niners are hosting the Atlanta Falcons, who just beat the Buffalo Bills.
So
Brian Robinson.
Yes.
So if you talk a little bit more about this game, because you got Brian Robinson.
Bijan Robinson?
Brian's on our team.
Yes.
Bijan Robinson is on the Falcons. Can our run defense stop Bijan Robinson? I am really scared of that.
Yes.
Now
I agree.
We because we lost Fred Warner, I think our defensive line is doing better at stopping the run. But Fred Warner sure helped a lot. And I also wondering, will Tatum Bethune look better because he's had a week of practice being the number one guy? I think he'll look a little better. Makes sense. I'm also curious I never got into this, but will Nick Martin, I think he's actually going to be up and actually play. Will he get some, because he's actually good at run defense.
Okay.
Will they put him in there to help stop Bijan Robinson? But Michael Penix is looking pretty good. So, and the Falcons defense was stopped Josh Allen and team.
Yeah.
So, I'm a little worried about this game than I was probably a couple weeks ago, but I'm still picking the Niners. I still think the Niners are going to come back and win. And
why?
So
why?
Are we both picking the Niners?
Yes.
Okay.
I picked the Niners because I thought you were going to be a downer.
I think they're going to come back. I think the Niners are going to come back and do this.
It's going to be a comeback win, or is it come back from
losing last week?
That makes sense.
I think Kittle is going to make a big difference on offense. He's going to make a huge difference in offense.
We're probably going to get Ricky Pearsall back. We're probably going to get Kittle back, and we might, hopefully, get Brock Purdy back.
Yes. And the defense will actually have a whole practice without Fred Warner, and so they know what they're doing. So, and they're at home. Falcons just played on Monday Night Football. Now they got to travel across country. So that's why I'm picking the Niners. I think Niners play close games. Actually, this last game with 30-19 was the first game of the season that they wasn't a
5-point game.
Yeah, a 5-point game or less. So really close games. I think this will still be another close game for the Niners.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. 2 Monday night games again.
The first one is, I think, one of the more interesting ones.
Yes.
Is the Buccaneers in Detroit against the Lions.
The Lions are good.
The Lions are pretty good, but the Buccaneers are also pretty good. So this is like I'm hoping
we pick different people in this game. I really hope we pick
different people in this game.
Different teams.
And I really hope you didn't have my power rankings influence this at all.
Yeah, I have no idea what your power rankings were, but I wrote this down before this podcast started. I wrote down my picks beforehand.
Me too. We have not talked about this at all.
We try to do it live. So
hold on. Let's say it at the same time. Who we have? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Buccaneers.
Oh
gosh, dang it! Why?
Okay, the Lions are definitely winning now.
How many times have we agreed on? No, we definitely agreed on some, and they've won. But
yeah.
I trust the Bucs more because they've shown to be a better team, and they're also a more clutch team, in my opinion.
I trust Baker Mayfield way more than I do Jared Goff. Jared Goff, I agree, is a really good quarterback.
Jared Goff, I think, is like a top 5-ish quarterback with how he's playing right now.
He's top 10. He is not top 5.
With how he's playing right now in correlation with everybody else. Because number 1 and number 2 is Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield, and you can't deny that.
That's true. I can't. I still don't think Josh. I think,
and then it's Josh Allen, and then it's Jared Goff. Does that make sense? Name one player who's better than
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay,
he's number 6.
Okay, I'll go for. I can put him around 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Lions, I think, have a better team.
Yes.
Bucs have a better quarterback. Now, the question from the Bucs' perspective is, will they have any wide receivers? I don't know the status of Emeka Ibuka
Mhm.
and Mike Evans and is it Godwin?
Chris Godwin,
Chris
yes.
Godwin. So are any of those trending to come back? I have no idea. But I still trust the Bucks. Like their defense is really good.
I trust the grit of the Bucks because
Yes.
this is going to be a really close game. This is probably the
Yeah.
game of the week.
But
if I
I
had to
could
pick one
totally
out.
see the Lions winning because it's in
Yes, I
Detroit.
agree.
Like they play really good at home.
Mhm.
Jared Goff plays way better inside a dome than he does outside. If this was in Tampa Bay, I don't think it'd be very close. Like because he
Okay.
did not play very good in Kansas City last week. Jared Goff plays really good in a dome. He does not play good. Now I'm talking myself into the Lions, but anyway, I already picked the Bucks. I wrote it down. I'm going to stick to it. But I do think that Jared Goff plays really good in a dome. Anyway,
Okay.
last game.
Texans in Seattle against the Seahawks.
Okay.
Do you want to do it again where you both say it at the same time?
Sure. I hope we pick somebody different.
Okay.
Because this game could go either way. Again, another game that could go either way. Let's hope we pick somebody different
Okay.
here.
3, 2, 1.
Seahawks. Oh, come on.
We just agreed on one of them, like we did last week, and
I mean, out of all the ones that we picked, I'd go back and change the Bucks to the Lions if you want me to go back and change
no,
them. No, I already wrote it
you
down.
already said it.
Okay.
You already said you're not going to change it.
Okay, fine. From this perspective, the Seahawks are playing good. I trust
Yes,
Sam Darnold.
the Seahawks have top
It's
5 defense in the league right now.
And Sam Darnold is playing really good. I forget who they went back and won, but they beat somebody this past week, which was
This is
also
the Jaguars.
They beat the Jaguars, who are a good team.
Yes.
Like I totally trust. I mean, I don't trust the Seahawks to be a top 5 team. Were they in your top 10?
No,
Okay, but I think
because
they're
I hate the Seahawks.
not biased at all. But they're probably like 11 or 12. You know. Or Pittsburgh wasn't in there also, which they probably
Yes.
like Pittsburgh and Seahawks. Are
I
just
trust so much less in the Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
solely because of what teams that they've played, which is
Yeah.
the AFC North.
which is normally good, but they're not. So, and I don't know how good the Texans are right now. Like I think they're good.
I think they're
thought
coming
they were gonna
back.
be good,
I think they're
but
coming
they
back a little.
started out really slow. So like again, this could go either way, but I trust Sam Darnold, former Niner, to play good, and I think the Seahawks have a good defense too. So,
I trust more in the coaching of the Seahawks than I trust in the coaching of the Texans and DeMeco Ryans.
I like DeMeco Ryans, but I kind of agree with you on that one. I think it's pretty close, but
I think the most important factor for me is the Seahawks defense and how good they are versus because I think the Texans defense is like okay. I feel like I'm shouting to this mic,
okay.
probably because I was, but I think the Seahawks defense is better than the Texans offense, and I think that the Seahawks offense can beat the Texans defense.
Yeah.
So that's the matchup in my mind.
Okay, so we only picked one game different. I hope.
I feel like I'd be better at this if I flipped a coin.
You would have last week. Of course, I wouldn't have been much better than you. I was only one game better than you last week. Okay, so please put your comments in there. Tell us how stupid we are and which game you would flip out of the ones that we have, the
Yes.
Sunday nights and Monday night games. If there's one out of the 3, which one do you guys think that we should pick better at? So, okay.
Go if you want to go flip over to our Sacramento Kings and full NBA season predictions if you want. But if not,
We thank you for listening to the Niners section and NFL Talk.
and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.